Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Los. Saturday night. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. Hey, I wanted to touch base with those guys out there that are working into the commercial work, doing reclaiming, and looking to really make a push in 2019 for their reclaiming services. And obviously I'm here in a parking garage contract that we got, and I'm certainly not going to be talking about actual parking garage cleaning. I will say that I tip my hat off to those contractors out there that are repeatedly posting up fantastic work in the garages, such as John Tortabeni. I think Jeremy Jennings down in Oceanside has his fair share of time inside parking garages. You can't forget Josh Pitts out of Lake Havasu, Arizona as well. And I'm sure there's a ton more. Obviously Scott Stone, who I consider to be a outstanding top-notch parking garage contractor, along with John. But anyways, enough of the kudos, enough of the stroking, everybody. The reason why I posted this is for guys that are getting into some decent commercial work with reclaiming, and you're dealing with picking up the water or reclaiming the water from one point on a hard surface versus reclaiming from a surface cleaner. And I'm walking around in circles here, but what we're doing here is we've actually been contracted to clean all these walls, and also that big white pipe that you see there. I don't know, up on top you can see all the brake dust and carbon and whatnot, but the entire place, all the ledges up there, see how black that is? So we've been contracted to clean all these walls. And one of the things that you want to make sure that when you're setting up your reclaiming point, and obviously you can see right here, this is where I anticipate the water to travel when I'm washing these walls. And the important thing is that you don't want to try to make the water go somewhere where it doesn't want to go. It's going to tell you where it wants to go. And ideally, before you fire up your rig, you really want to pay attention to your grades to see where your water is flowing. Obviously, you can see from those parking stalls up there that we have a little bit of residue of wastewater coming down, and it looks to be heading in that direction. And I want to make my stand, if you want to call it that. I want to really dig my heels in the sand right at this line, because I don't want any wastewater to go down to the other levels of the garage, because we're not cleaning those walls. The main job here is just the first floor, cleaning the walls and ensuring that no wastewater gets into the second floor, third floor, all the way down to the sixth floor. So when you guys are out there setting up your sites, pay attention to, throw a 5-gallon bucket of water down in the area where you think you're going to be setting up your reclaiming, and it's going to show you, the water flow is going to tell you where the grade's going. And obviously we have a pretty good grade coming off the entrance of the main entrance of this garage, and all the water is going to find its way down here at the bottom. And I'm going to start up on top, obviously, and work my way down. And after I start spraying, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep an eye on where this water is going to end up eventually. And then if I have to move this to accommodate that, let's just say that the water decides to come in this area, I could just scoot everything around and still keep a true barrier for water going into the second floor. The other thing too is you may have noticed I have a oversized lift in this garage. And the reason why, there's two reasons. Number one, I need to get way up here as far as my rinsing and all the way around, and obviously on those ledges. But more importantly, and I had a conversation with Raymond Burke the other day when I was taking delivery of this, is that we have a pretty good grade here. Going from the top to the bottom. And if you're not experienced on lifts, or really haven't spent too much time on lifts or scissor lifts, what you got to know is that there is built-in safety features. And when you're parked on a grade, the lift, because of its built-in safety features, will only go up so far. And my original plan was to bring a scissor lift in here, but then I realized, doggone it, I got this grade. And based on my experience on scissor lifts, I knew that I would not be able to get fully extended to get soap on top of that white pipe. So what I did is went overboard a little bit on my lift and brought a 40-foot straight boom lift in to ensure that the safety feature doesn't kick on below the areas where I need to clean. So I'm pretty confident that even, with the 45, obviously, from this stairwell here, probably further down is really where I'm going to be using this lift. I won't have any issues extending the arm up, the main arm, and getting the bucket up close to these, obviously to these white pipes and all these ledges and stuff. So anyways, just a real quick reclaiming tip for you guys that are getting out there and getting into reclaiming warehouses and obviously parking garages and flat work where you're picking up the water at one central location. Keep an eye on the flow of the water. It'll tell you where it wants to go. Be adaptive to that. Make sure that you have a ground guy or whatever like that that will be able to move the booms for you and whatnot. Speaking of extra guy, I'm actually waiting for my safety guy to show up here. He's running a little late. That's why I took a moment to shoot this video. So anyways, happy Saturday. Spring has sprung officially. I proclaim that. It doesn't matter if you're under snow, spring is here. And I trust you guys, everybody has a productive 2019. Thank you.